you can quickly answer these questions, my team can put up the poll. I can't see the poll here. So if you can answer some of the questions. And also, it will be a 2 hours learning session. Lots of tools and techniques will be taught to you. And it will be a sort of a bombardment of tools. But don't worry about remembering anything, because this video will be given to you. And after that, you can also get a yellow belt certificate. My team can tell me about the yellow belt this time, or what is the method of giving the yellow belt. And thanks a lot for joining in, and thanks a lot for answering the poll. And if you can answer one more question, and then another question is, which division or which department you are from. So I see many people from operations, finance, procurement, supply chain, quality. And my team can please share the result for the previous poll also. So I can see a lot of people from operations and quality also, IT, HR, engineering. And yeah, so good. People from both services and manufacturing industries have joined in. So I will take care of both the participants. I will choose, although I will keep giving some examples from services and manufacturing, and alternatively, we will do a project, and we'll do one project which is about reducing the procurement cycle time. No, so I think reducing the recruitment cycle time will be better. So let us do a project, because everyone understands recruitment process. So recruitment in an engineering company, we will try to take this example, and we'll do a project. Lean Six Sigma is not about just learning. Lean Six Sigma is about doing. So that's what we are going to do. And my team can share the first view. I want to just view the results for this. Okay, most of the, lot of people from hospital and healthcare also have joined today. Okay, that's great. A lot of people from manufacturing, equally, and construction as well. Okay, so, and then we have got others. Others means what? Okay, oil and gas. If time permits, I will share one oil and gas project also. And if time permits, I'll share one healthcare project also. And if time permits, I'll share one a construction related project also. But at least I will show you some videos related to the construction towards the end. Please don't go away. Please stay for another half an hour. So after 2 hours, please stay for another half an hour, and you will learn a lot. Okay, so thanks a lot. If we can just remove the polls, and thanks for joining once again. It takes 15 minutes for people to join in. So let me talk a little bit about myself and about the organization. And as we were getting the poll results, I just made my agenda, and the agenda is that I'll start with Lean and Six Sigma benefits, then introduce you to Lean and Six Sigma. Then after that, I will talk about DMAC, define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. Because if you are a yellow belt, at least you should be knowing about DMAC. You should be able to explain what is DMAC, and you should be also able to, you should be knowing about some tools. You don't have to really explain, but DMAC, at least you should be able to explain what is define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. And then you should also know at least one project, and I'm going to take you through one project. We'll be doing a project together. So that's what our whole idea of this training program is. We will learn a tool, and then we will apply that tool. Now you don't have to do any exercises with me, because this is a yellow belt training. Yellow belt means just awareness. But when you are a green belt, you have to do a project. So when you are a green belt, you need to do a project. When you are a black belt, you need to do a very big project, which has a real good impact on the organization, saving around $200,000 or $300,000 for the organization. But if you are a yellow belt, well, you should be aware. You may help a green belt if some green belt is doing a project, then you may help. Let me start with the introduction of Anexas, about the company. And let me begin with the welcome video, a formal welcome video. I made these videos during COVID, right?
Hi, welcome to Anexas. Anexas has been consulting and training the professionals in the organizations around the world since 2006, and we have trained more than 150,000 people and consulted for more than 500 organizations, which includes Fortune 100 organizations too. I'm Amitabh Saxena, and I have designed this program based on my 30 years of experience while working in various industries across many domains. The whole Anexas team once again joins me in welcoming you.
About the organization, we have existed since 2006, incorporated in Copenhagen, but now most of our work is in Middle East, Australia, India, and also including Europe. About myself, I have trained more than 50,000, and collectively our organization has trained more than 150,000 professionals in almost all the continents. I have done projects worldwide, but before that, I was not like that. In 1990, I graduated as a chemical engineer, did my MBA Finance also from Jamnalal Bajaj Institute of Management Studies. And then after that, I used to work very hard, 12 hours per day, earning just $30 per month. And I thought of increasing my salary. And one fine day, the organization told me that they are sending 10 people, the top 10 performing employees in the organization, for some black belt training. So I thought I would be one of them, because I thought myself to be one of the top 10 employees. But unfortunately, the company did not think so, and they did not nominate me. But one thing I got to know and saw, that when these people, the black belts, came back after the training, their behavior totally changed, and they started doing some improvement projects. And these improvement projects had a big impact, very positive impact on the organization. They would reduce the cycle time, reduce the errors, defects, improve the production, improve the productivity, and reduce any compliance related issues, and improve the overall resilience of the processes. So I thought, because I was really hardworking, I waited for the second batch, but the second batch never happened. By the way, I am also a poet. I write Urdu and Hindi poetry, and I am also published, and I have recited on TV channels and radio as well. But anyway, that's my hobby. So what I did was, I saw that the next program is not happening. So I went out and looked around for Lean and Six Sigma training institutions. And those days, there were very few institutes like this. So I had to travel, and I was working those days I was working in one of the Southeast Asian countries, in Thailand, where I was involved in managing the polyethylene terephthalate plant, PET plant. And I traveled to Europe. I did my training, and I did a project. And as I said before you, I am a Six Sigma Master Black Belt, data scientist, PMP, CPHQ, 33 years of experience, consulted for more than 200 organizations, including 15 Fortune 100 companies, trained more than 150,000 professionals worldwide, including the online professionals, online trainings, because online trainings increase the numbers a lot. Aramco, the number one company, the biggest oil company, ADNOC, the best of the best hospitals around the world, including King Fahd Medical City, International Medical Center, Beijing Hospital, National Healthcare Service in UK, Medicare in Australia, and Apollo Hospitals in India. They are all my clients. Steel Authority of India, then a lot of companies from Saudi Arabia, the biggest steel company of Saudi Arabia, ArcelorMittal, and then after that, so many, Ferrari World, in theme park, Ferrari World, and then we have got Warner Brothers, Nakel, the largest logistics company in Saudi Arabia, and lots of organizations are today my client. And I have done more than 1,000 projects, and collectively our organization has done more than 10,000 projects. And whatever we teach you, it is based on the practical experience. Of course, the theory, we are really good at theory, but we also teach you based on our practical experience. So when you join our sessions, you always get a very, very important aspect of Lean Six Sigma, that is doing a project. And we do a project in the classroom. Today, I'll be showing how the project is done. While I teach you the tool, I will apply that tool immediately to a project, which is reducing the recruitment cycle time in an organization. Why I'm telling you all these things? Because you too can achieve this and much more, because there is lot of there are a lot of opportunities for the Lean and Six Sigma professionals around the world. Don't have to leave your profession. If you are a physician, if you're a doctor, still you be a doctor and you still can be a black belt. If you are a nurse, you still can be a nurse and still you can be a black belt. If you are a chartered accountant, still you can be a chartered accountant forever your life, and still you can do better accounting and serve your customers better if you are a Lean and Six Sigma black belt. And of course, if you are an engineer like me, definitely you can be a better engineer if you follow Lean and Six Sigma principles. You are going to not only learn from my experience, but also you are going to learn from what my students have taught you. So some of my students, I have been conducting training programs for the last 23 years, and many students have risen to big positions. Today, some of the students are really, really good trainers. They are conducting training programs in Portuguese and Spanish and Arabic and Hindi, Tamil. In fact, I also conduct training programs in Hindi, by the way. So Arabic and Thai, I also know Thai language. So even I conduct training programs in Thai language also. So lot of people, lot of students trained by me. They're very well known trainers in their respective countries. And you are now going to learn even what I have learned from them. So ready? Yeah, some of the photographs just to prove that I have been doing training programs around the world. This is a special photograph. I also take pride in telling that I was the first person in whole of Middle East to conduct the first ever black belt training program. And that happened in 2007 and 8, where simultaneously I conducted two batches, one for healthcare professionals, doctors, nurses, and one was for engineers, a group of engineers. So two programs simultaneously in 2007 and 8. We launched Lean and Six Sigma in Middle East, and we were the first company, and I was the first trainer to conduct the training. Well, after that, lots of trainings in Middle East, and this program, I understand most of you are joining from Middle East, so I'll focus more on the Middle East part. Yeah, Europe, we have won lots of awards also at various forums. I have appeared for TV shows.
I am Shekhar
And
Suman, and I wish to congratulate all the Six Sigma certified black belt from
a
Anexas.
series
All the
of
best.
uh,
Thank you.
13 episodes on process excellence, where we had a lot of fun on Z Business Show, spoken in ASU.
On 21st of May
Continuously for
2019,
years. Next year also I'm going to speak. And some projects, Saudi
it's
Railways, Indian Railways, US Railways. Uh, this is Jeddah National Business Company, where I had conducted a training program right from the CEO to the ground level workers. Lean Six Sigma is for everyone. A lot of videos are there, but I will not, spend much time on proving my credentials. I've written a best-selling book on Amazon. Deputy Health Minister of Saudi Arabia, Dr. Tarif Alama, along with his whole ministry, they have attended our training program. Dr. Muhammad Abdul Ali,
we have
who's the
Dr.
spokesperson
Tarif
of
Alama with us,
Ministry of Health,
Deputy Minister.
he has also attended, and I've got lots and lots of credentials, video credentials from US, UK, and almost all over the world. So, can you please tell me, a manufacturing company improves production by 30%? A hospital reduces discharge time of patients from 3 hours to 15 minutes. 64% reduction in recruitment time in a multinational company. Hotel improves customer experience and increases bookings to almost 2 times. A bank reduces errors and cycle times by 80% with the enhanced customer satisfaction index. Insurance claims time reduced by 70%. What is common? What do you think is a common thread running through all of these bullet points? What do you think? Yes, almost all of you are right. Almost, I hope you are able to. Yes. Can you tell me what is common here? What is common here? Yes, so Ronaldo is telling enhancement, Niam is telling Rizwan is telling implementing Six Sigma. Yes, you are right, Anjum, uh, Niam, Apurva, all of you are right. And Hussain, Khizar, yeah, yes, all of you are right. So, Sharim, yeah, everyone is right. Raja, Salma, all of you are right. And these are all Lean and Six Sigma projects. So if you ask me in 2 sentences, tell me what is Lean and Six Sigma. Lean Six Sigma is about doing process improvement projects in organization, converting the improvement opportunities to projects. What is the definition of a project? And we have done this in a lot of companies around the world. What is Lean and Six Sigma? Once again, converting the improvement opportunities in the organizations to projects. What is an improvement opportunity? Your time taken to complete a job is 10 days. You can reduce to 6 days. This is an improvement opportunity. I will convert this into a project. What is the definition of a project? The definition of a project is it has a starting point and it has an end point. It doesn't exist after some time. Okay. And some people are asking about certificate. Yes, if you stay for 2.5 hours in this training program, towards the end, I will give you a link. You can download your certificate. Yes. Okay, at 2 hours, because this program is schedule given is 2 hours. So at 2 hours, I'll give you a link. And but actually 2.5 hours, I'll give you a very good offer also. So if you stay on for half an hour extra, you'll get a great offer. Yes, and you will not regret that offer for sure. So please spend a little bit, half an hour extra after 2 hours. Please stay on, and I'll give you some case studies after 2 hours, and I'll give you a great offer after 2.5 hours. Okay, and you will be getting certificates. Yes, you will be getting all of you will be getting certificates if you stay on for 2 hours. And if half an hour is like not mandatory, but at least you have to stay on for 2 hours and you have to attend the session and you have to answer 5 questions by clicking on that link. You have to, that's an exam sort of thing. And 5 questions you have to answer. And if you answer 2 out of 5 questions correctly, you will be certified as a Lean Six Sigma yellow belt. So what Lean Six Sigma can do it for you? It can reduce the cost, reduce the defects, reduce the waste, reduce the rework, reduce the cycle time, and improve the quality, production efficiency, productivity, customer satisfaction, capacity, profitability, resilience. And which company CEO would not love a person if he or she can achieve all of these things? So Lean and Six Sigma, green belts and black belts are loved by everyone. Okay. Now, let us look at the history of Six Sigma. Would you like to know the history of Six Sigma? That will help you to understand Six Sigma a little bit better. Would you like to know? Let me have some answers from you. Okay, so Yashasvi, Nazim, Mohammed, as Shireen, you are telling yes. So what I will do, I will play a short video. And these videos are all available on my Anexas YouTube channel. If you want, you can always download these videos. You can also always watch these videos. You can study them. And those who are from India, I can see many people from joining from India also. So in that case, you can even, I have got a full green belt program in Hindi as well available. So if you are interested, you can get it at Anexas channel. You can subscribe to Anexas channel. And if you want a link I will be giving, please subscribe. The link is given here. Niranjan has given you a link, so please click that link and you will get subscribed to all the channel to our channel, and you will get all the video.
And resilience, and which things. So, well, Lean and Six Sigma green belts and black belts are those individuals who can do improvement projects in the organization by choosing improvement opportunities and converting these improvement opportunities into projects. It all started in Motorola when Bob Galvin, the CEO, took a challenge saying that I would like to improve everything by 5 times in the organization. And he was told about some statistical tools and techniques which Bill Smith and Michael Harry were using to improve the processes. Bob Galvin was so much impressed with what Bill Smith and Michael Harry were doing, he told them to develop a methodology which, if applied to the organizational processes, can improve the processes. So he was particularly impressed with what Bill Smith and Michael Harry were doing. They were choosing improvement projects. Now, what is the definition? As I told you, definition of a project is it has a starting point, it has an end point, it doesn't exist after some time. So Bill Smith and Michael Harry would translate the improvement opportunities in the organization to projects, and applying tools and techniques of statistics, they would find the root causes of the problem, and then after solving the root causes of the problem would impact the organizational bottom line. Both of them developed Six Sigma DMAC methodology. They started training the green belts and black belts. Green belts and black belts were the people who could fight all the quality related problems in the organizations. Six Sigma brought in a lot of benefits for Motorola, and it also won Malcolm Baldrige Award in 19 of GE was so much impressed with this methodology that he told his employees that you would not be promoted if you are not a green belt. So everyone wanted to be a green belt, everyone started doing projects. Then GE started telling their vendors and suppliers that if you want to have business from GE, you need to implement Six Sigma. So vendors also started asking what is Six Sigma, and GE would say that we will send our master black belts and train you in this methodology. So in this manner, Lean Six Sigma spread out around the world, and today almost 80% of the Fortune 100 companies and many, many more companies around the world have implemented Six Sigma and Lean. Lean started in Toyota. I will tell you the story of Lean a little later on. Now let us look at the overview.
Okay, so how do we do a project? In Lean Six Sigma, how do we do a project? So we do a project by following DMAC, define, measure, analyze, improve, and control, DMAIC. So I'll take you through DMAC in a short while. But before that, let me explain in very easy words what is Lean and what is Six Sigma. So first, I explain to you in simple words what is Six Sigma, what is Lean Six Sigma in general. Lean Six Sigma. Lean Six Sigma is a project approach towards process improvement. Lean Six Sigma is a project approach towards process improvement. And what is a project? I also told you, project is a one-time endeavor, which has a starting point and an end point. Project is dead after some time. So what happens in Lean Six Sigma? Green belts and black belts, they take up improvement projects. Lean and Six Sigma enables the people with the statistical tools. They have got the power to improve any process in any industry. So when you have got the power as a green belt and black belt, you take up improvement projects in the organization. Okay. So I hope this part is clear. What is Lean Six Sigma? This was about Lean Six Sigma, simple, sweet and simple definition. And what is Lean? Lean is about mapping the process as it is. Mapping the process means go to the field, go to the place of action. We call it as Gemba walk. Go to the place of action and see how the things are happening and identify the non-value added activities. Activities which are not adding any value. And you will be surprised to know that 70 to 80% of the activities which you are involved every day in your organization, they are not adding value to the customer. You have to look at the value from customer's perspective. Many steps which you are day in and day out performing, they are not adding any value to the customer. Like, for example, walking, going up and down the lift, traveling, transportation, searching for things, searching for reports, searching for items, searching for units, raw material, waiting. These are all, and you are spending a lot of time there. These are all non-value added activities: waiting, transportation, over-processing, inventory, overproduction, okay, rework, rejection, committing a mistake, then then correcting it. They are all non-value added activities. So identify the non-value added activities in the system, identify the waste in the system, the 7 wastes in the system, and reduce them as much as possible. This is a simple definition of lean. Okay, I'm talking about simple definitions. We have to begin with simple definitions. After that, of course, I'll complicate the matters. Don't worry. Yeah, I'm going to really complicate the matters. I'm going to subject you to a lot of statistical torture. But all of you will understand that, I promise you. And all my sessions, in fact, people stay on for 10 days of green belts and 10 days of black belt. Of course, I'm talking about in evening programs, or during weekends, 3 to 4 days of green belts and 3 days of black belts. They stay on. Although I keep talking about a lot of complex concepts, but they still stay on, then they enjoy those sessions. And I'm sure you will also enjoy. So please stay on. I'm starting from ground zero. I'm assuming that you don't know anything. For those who are already aware of what is Lean and Six Sigma, the first half an hour would be very, very elementary. But don't worry, stay on. You will learn a lot of new concepts. I will be also giving you some of the links, later on. You can also click on those links and learn some additional tools, because there is a lack of time. I can't teach you all the tools. But if you are interested in learning more, you can learn more by looking at those links or videos. I'll keep giving these links in the chat box as I proceed. So about lean, map the process as it is by going to the field, going to the place of action. And we call it as Gemba. Gemba in Japanese means go to the place of action. And then identify the waste in the system. That is known as lean. And what is Six Sigma? Six Sigma is about reducing the variation in the process, reducing the variation in your products, reducing the variation in your services. Let me take a simple example. You go to buy a car in a showroom. If the car manager says that, well, let's suppose you have chosen Toyota Corolla car. I'm just taking a simple example. Toyota Corolla car. Now there are 10 cars in front of you, and each says, well, the first car has got brake is a little better. Second car, of course, you can even choose BMW. I'm sure you are for a BMW, right? Whichever car, but choose one car, one model you have selected. Now the same model is, there are 10 cars in front of you, and he says the first car brake is a little bit better. Second car, the seat covers are really well done. Third car, the headlights are really powerful. Now you don't like such variation in the products, right? You want every car to be identical. If there is variation in the products, you will not trust that supplier, isn't it? So if there is variation, customers are always unhappy. You go to McDonald's in New York, Dubai, Riyadh, London, anywhere. But almost you will find the services to be of almost same quality. No variation, or little bit of course, variation is always there, but too much variation will not be there. So if there is less variation, the customers trust your services and products. So reducing the variation is about Six Sigma. And when you reduce the variation to a level within the customer specification limit, customers love you. And when customers love you, you know what happens. Your boss also loves you. And of course, boss loves you, then you get a lot of money. I will explain all these things a little bit more detail, but this was very, very simple definition of Lean and Six Sigma. Now, how many of you are aware of Lean? So if you just say yes or no, because, if you are already, because Lean is very easy topic. Six Sigma is little difficult. So accordingly, I will spend some time. If many people are not even aware of Lean, not at all, so in that case, what I will do, I will talk a little bit about Lean as well. I'll give some examples. And Lean is very simple. Okay. So a lot of people are telling not aware. Okay. 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 Many people are saying not aware. Okay. Okay, so let me, okay, so I'll have to jump a little bit, because I was assuming that maybe you have watched some of my videos, but if you have not, before that, let me also tell you one more thing before I go there. Let me tell you one more thing. Who are yellow belts, green belts, black belts, and master black belts? Because I was talking about them, isn't it? Yellow belts are those people who are aware of the basics of Lean and Six Sigma. Now, typically, this program is for one day. But because I've got 23 years of experience, yeah, I can communicate a lot of tools and techniques in 2 hours, 2.5 hours. And also, I'll be giving you links as well. If you want, you can elaborate on these tools and techniques. But usually, at a very slow speed, very, very slow speed, it generally takes 5 to 6 hours to complete a yellow belt training. But as I told you, I will take you through this whole program in 2.5 hours. Stay on till that time. Then only you will get the certificate. They understand the basics of Lean and Six Sigma concepts, but they can't do the projects, yellow belts. But green belts can do the projects. They know around 100 tools, and black belts know 50 additional tools, so total 150 tools. And master black belts, so green belts and black belts can do the projects. Green belt can do projects within 3 to 4 months. Black belts usually take 6 to 7 months, and green belts typically save $50,000 to $100,000 for the company. Black belts save around 100,000 to 250,000. Now, these numbers are very indicative in nature, and it is not necessary that you have to, your organization or your project always has to save money. It doesn't matter, even though you don't save money, but the customer is happier than what it was before you started the project, then also this is considered as a Six Sigma project success. So usually we are able to convert whatever type of improvement you have made to money in monetary terms. We can always do that. And that's what we tell you. We teach you, especially in the black belt, we teach you how to convert whatever improvements you have made to money. Every project saves money. And simultaneously, if you are doing 30 to 40 projects, 30 to 40 green belts and black belts, professionals trained in your organization, delivering 30 to 40 projects every 6 months, imagine the kind of transformation a Lean and Six Sigma company will have. And master black belts are the people who drive this initiative in the organization. So master black belts are guiding the green belts and black belts, initiating the Lean and Six Sigma rollout in the organization, and also managing the Lean and Six Sigma projects in the organization. So these are master black belts. We are one of the few companies in the world who conduct master black belt training program also. So you have an offer today. I'll be giving you a very, very good offer at the end of 2.5 hours, 2 hours, 15 minutes, around that time. How to become green belt, black belt, and master black belt in one go. And the certificate is recognized worldwide. We are also affiliated to almost all the accreditation bodies. We follow everyone's syllabus, and we are affiliated to generally AEC in Copenhagen, Anexas Europe in Copenhagen. We are also accredited training partner of PMI, Project Management Institute. We are also IASSC, and we follow all the syllabus. You may be from different countries, so every country has got one brand very popular. In fact, in Middle East, Anexas is very much popular, and AEC certification from Copenhagen is very, very much popular, accepted by all the companies, right from Ednog to King Fahd Medical City to best of the best theme parks, Saudi Airlines, Emirates Airlines, Sultan Qaboos University Medical Hospital in Oman Oil, DP World, and so many of my team can help me in recalling my clients, because I keep forgetting. So many clients are there. So don't worry about the accreditation part. Our certifications are accredited. Your yellow belt certification is also accredited, what you will be receiving today. As a special case, we generally don't give the yellow belt certification for free, but only for this program. You can check my previous videos. In every video, we have got certain administration fee for charging yellow belt or getting yellow belt certification. But today, as a special case, we are not charging the yellow belt fees for yellow belt certification. Okay, so now I promised you I will talk about lean first. So let me take you to lean, because many of you are not aware. And I saw that a lot of people are from healthcare, right? So let me even talk about that. Let me give an example from healthcare. Okay. Okay. So I will be doing this little quickly because I've got a lot of topics to cover, and especially I'll be focusing more on today's statistical topics. So this one I'll do it very, very quickly. I'll be rushing through the slides, but you will get the essence of it. Uh, Typically, by the way, this was not part of today's session, but I'm just rushing through this because many of you said you are not aware of lean or basics of lean. So, what are the seven wastes? To remember the seven wastes, you can always remember ISWIMTOO. I swim too. Waste of intelligence means you hire a PhD person and give him data entry job. People give you suggestions, but you don't listen to the suggestions. You don't give training to the people and then you expect them to achieve wonders. These are waste of intelligence of people. Scrap, rework, defects in products. This is obvious. If you produce a defective product, you have to rework it. It's total waste, because when you produced it for the first time, when you produced a defective product, you wasted the resources of the organization. Waiting time. If I'm waiting for approval, it is total waste of my time. Inventory. If I am having a lot of work in process inventory, WIP, then it is waste. Motion. Motion means twisting or going up, down, especially true for the workers, workers in the factories, in the warehouses. All these motions are waste. They are not adding any value to the customer. Now, please remember, the value has to be from customer's perspective, not from your perspective. Transportation, which the customer is not willing to pay for, is a waste. Overproduction, overprocessing, they are all considered as waste. What is value? What is value? Okay, before I go to this example further, imagine what I'm going to do now is drawing a typical systems map for any organization. So think of your own organization. Okay. Think of your own organization. All of you are producing some output, which is either a product or a service. Yeah. All of you are producing an output, which is either a product or a service. Right? Which is either a product or a service. Right? There is no third kind of output. Either a product or a service. You process certain inputs. This could be raw materials, or it could be information. It could be skills of the people. It could be softwares. Now, these are the inputs to your processes. These inputs are processed through a series of steps. The series of steps which you perform again and again repetitively, we call this as a process. We call it as a process. What is a process? Anything which we are repeating again and again. That is a process. What is a project? What is a project? Tell me. I have already told you. What is a project? Please tell me. Write in the chat box. Process is something which you are doing again and again, multiple times, again and again, repetitively. And Salva was the first person to answer that question. Yes, Raja, Jinelin, Vijay, yeah, absolutely. All of you are right. Reynaldo, absolutely. Apurva. Project is one-time activity. Project is done once. Process is done again and again. In Lean Six Sigma, you are doing a project in a process. You are doing a project in a process. Okay, please understand that. Now, output. Output goes to whom? Goes to the customer. Yeah. Valeti Chandran, you're right. Absolutely. Customers. Output is going to the customers. And inputs are coming from suppliers. Okay. Inputs are coming from the suppliers. And you have got feedback from the customers about your product or service. And your strategy or planning team, strategy or planning team or scheduling team acts on that feedback. Customers also tell you the demand of the product or your services. Strategy team creates a plan, ask the suppliers to provide those inputs, yeah, which you can process. No, think of your company. If you are a manufacturing company, this is applicable. If you are a hospital, this is applicable. Now, I have got multiple examples of systems map. We call this as a systems map, or also known as very common, those who know lean, they might remember. It's also known as value stream map. Value stream map. How the value is created in the organization. How the value is created in the organization. How the value is created? See, customer is not interested in your output. Customer is not interested in your product or service. Customer is interested in the value he or she derives from your product or service. Are you getting it? Please understand this part. Customer is not interested in your product or service. Customer is interested in the value which he or she is getting from the product or service. For example, right now, take the example of this training. You are my customer, isn't it? Now you are my customer. What is the value you are getting now? Do you think that, of course, what is the output I'm providing? Output is the training, the product is the certificate, and the service is, conducting the training. But what is the value? Value is enhancing the knowledge or improving your capability to enhance your skills so that you can improve any process in any industry. That is the value. The real value is that you want to gain some knowledge so that you get the confidence to improve any. You can walk into any company, say, I can improve your process, I can improve your organization. Yeah, of course, that confidence comes once you become a master black belt, but still you are on the way to that. Green belt will do one project, black belt will do maybe one more project. Master black belts can run multiple projects. Master black belts can say confidently, okay, give me the organization and I'll transform it. Green belt will say, give me a process and I will improve it. Yeah. So you are going to get this confidence, and that is the value from this training. Remember that. And to provide that value, if I say, I'm traveling from one place to another place, I'm going in a car. By the way, I am right now sitting in Riyadh. Those who want to meet me, they can meet me. I'm in industrial city right now, sitting in, which is this hotel, Crystal American Hotel. Yeah, hotel. If you want to meet me, you can always meet me. So, see, if I tell you, I'm traveling by aeroplane and I'm sitting in a lounge and taking a taxi, all this is not of any value to you. All these things is not of any value to you. This transportation, the waiting time, this is not value to you. And as a company, we have to identify what is value, what is creating value for the customer and what is not created. And this, how you create the value for the customer? Through, of course, processing your inputs repetitively to produce outputs, which goes to the customer, provides value. Then feedback is also valuable of the customers. I process that feedback and then tell the suppliers to provide those inputs. And this is the stream of value stream mapping. That is why we say value stream map. You have to create the value stream map of your organization. Okay. Every organization has got a value stream map. Every department has got a value stream map. In fact, every individual has got a value stream map. You can even make a value stream map for yourself as an individual. You also have customers, your family members, your boss, they are all customers. Your outputs are, going to the office, or in the house, you fulfill your responsibilities. All that, these are outputs, isn't it? You keep on doing this ABCD, the process steps one by one, every day, day in and day out. These are your processes. You have got inputs, you have got suppliers, you have got strategy. This in your brain. If you're an individual, the strategy you're planning is done by you or yourself or your friend or your person who's guiding you. So value stream map can be created for any organization or any department. Okay. Remember this, when I'm showing you DMAC, taking you through DMAC, I will use a tool called SIPOC, SIPOC. Remember this. I'll refer to this diagram. I may not be able to show you that time, but remember this. Okay. Now, one more thing. I want to keep the customers happy. Okay. But how will I measure it? See, remember 3 rules. What are the 3 rules? First rule is you cannot improve if you cannot measure. Okay? You cannot improve if you cannot measure. Second rule is you can measure everything. Okay. And the third rule is if you think something cannot be measured, go back to rule number 2. That means you can measure everything. I will tell you very shortly, how you can measure everything. But let me now complete my promise of showing you the lean example and talking about lean. So in lean, first you map do a value stream map. You can identify the waste. See, if there is no continuous flow of the value in the system, suppose A is fast, B is slow. So what will happen? There will be work in process inventory. There will be waiting. Think of your production company or manufacturing company. Machine A is fast, machine B is slow. There's a lot of work in process inventory and it is waste. Your money is stuck. Money is stuck. Money of the organization is stuck there. Okay. That means this is a bottleneck. Think of your hospital. A lot of healthcare professionals are there. Think of your hospital. Department A is fast. Registration happens fast. OPD or some initial tests, they take a little more time. There is a huge waiting time. The waiting time creates dissatisfaction in patients. Think of any organization, theme park, airline industry, everywhere these things are applicable. Okay, I will get back to you after a while. So waiting time, inventory, if there is a break in flow, all these are wastes. So if I take you back to my example from healthcare, let me show you some example of very, very quickly, I'll just quickly show you. There's in Lean and Six Sigma hospital, healthcare example I'm giving, lots of waste is there, walking, transportation, waiting, searching, files, overtime, paperwork. Some of the wastes are obvious, but a lot of waste is hidden. So let us try to reveal very quickly. I did this for a hospital in Beijing in China. I did it for King Fahd Medical City. I did it for KSUMC. I did it for National Guard. I did it for Ministry of Health. More than 500 doctors. Now let us look at this process. Step number 1 is waste. Step number 2 is waste. In blood tests, walking to the OPD is waste. It is not adding value to you as a patient, as a person who wants to get the blood test done. What is your value? Value is you want to know the status of your health. Walking and registration is not adding any value. We removed the registrations and walking processes in many hospitals. Without registration, you can get your blood test done and you will get the test as well. Anyway, Very quickly, because this is not a time to elaborate on it. There are only two value-added activities here. Identify them. Many hospitals, it is found that 80% of the nurse calls are for their housekeeping in nature. Means in the case, my pillow cover is dirty, my bed sheet is dirty. Now, nurse is not here to take care of that dirty linen. Someone else is there for that. If you involve nurse there, she will forget to give you medicine. She will commit a mistake. Waste of intelligence of nurse. It is an example of waste of intelligence of nurse. You are involving a person, or another example could be a surgeon is waiting for the operation theater to get ready. That is also an example of waste. Waste of intelligence. Intelligence of a surgeon is getting wasted because just sitting idle. Yeah, maybe I'll just be a little fast. So we applied these techniques and we reduced the diagnosis time from 2000 minutes to 64 minutes in one of the hospitals. We doubled our cardiology lab capacity from 8 to 16. We reduced the signature. See, approvals, approvals. It is all a waste. No approval is adding any value. Now you'll say, without approval, how can I function? Now that is your mindset. Now, we removed a lot of approval stages in many organizations. Yeah. Approval is a waste. It is not adding any value. Okay. You can make a process such that approval happens automatically and there is no need for approval. I can't tell you details of this, but right now I can just make a statement. Idea is to reduce the waste as much as possible. So unnecessary process, motion, unnecessary transport, waiting, etc. A person who's not utilized effectively is a waste. An equipment which is not utilized effectively is a waste. We have got robotic surgery. We got an equipment for 2 years that is lying down. It is a waste. Yeah. Cost of a 5-minute empty walk. Walking is a waste. Yeah, on a funny note, walk to elevator, waiting time, elevator travel. If I keep on calculating all these things, we are losing millions of dollars. I did it for a US hospital. I also conduct the CPHQ. In fact, CPHQ is one of the examples and one of the trainings which I conduct. So nurse cost per hour 50, cost of one trip 5, cost of 5 trips per day per nurse. Cost of elevator wait per day per nurse $12. Now all these are waste. Lab or pharmacy on second floor, radiation equipment on ground floor. Why don't we have this on same floor? Yeah. Eliminate exam room interruption. Okay. This is a waste. Patient is waiting, doctor is on phone. You can also, use pokayoke. Pokayoke is a concept, even by mistake, you cannot commit a mistake. Like in rice cooker, even by mistake, it will not burn because rice cooker gets switched off automatically. So similarly, you can apply this to your industry also. So some of the machines cannot be set or operated beyond a normal, safe, or maximum levels. That is an example. Again, smart heparin infusion pumps. It is also known as pokayoke. If you want to know more about pokayoke, my team member Naveen has put a link there. You can just store these links and you can watch these links later on. I have explained this pokayoke for manufacturing industries, for services industries separately. You can always watch that. Yeah, abnormal values are automatically rejected. These are all examples of pokayoke. Oxygen and nitrogen cylinders cannot be connected to each other. Example of pokayoke. Pokayoke means mistake proofing, idiot proofing. Idiot proofing means even idiots cannot commit a mistake. Even a foolish person cannot commit a mistake. Even by mistake, you cannot commit a mistake. Yeah, some more examples of pokayoke. Fixed numbers of packages during surgery, complete catheter kits for insertion, prepackaged medication card with correct dosage. Yeah. Okay. Now I just jumped a little bit because many of you were totally not aware of lean. Because I usually, I encounter people that they are already aware of, what is lean. But now I hope many of you have understood what is lean. Okay. I hope you have understood what is lean. The basic idea you've got right. Now, when you are implementing Six Sigma, you always follow DMAC, define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. DMAIC, DMAC. Today, I'll be teaching you some of the tools of DMAC. We still have 1 hour, 1.5 hours, you can say 1 hour, I will be teaching, but after that, I'll be showing you some case studies. I'll be talking to some of our past students. I think one of them has already joined, and thanks for joining. Paul Kelly from, I think, Ireland, you have joined, right? Okay, so in case, thanks for that. And we have got lots of students, as I was talking in the beginning, and who have benefited from our sessions, and we keep inviting them to talk about their experiences. So today, I'm going to take you through define, measure, analyze, improve, control. And when you are, when you are doing a DMAC, when you are doing a project, I told you you'll be doing a project. Projects. First, in the define phase, you write a problem statement and a goal statement. So let's say I did a project around 4 years ago to reduce my weight. When I want to improve my health, let's say I want to improve my health. Now, improving a health is visionary statement. But Lean Six Sigma, you don't try to boil the ocean, don't try to solve world hunger. Take up small improvement projects. So improving the health is like a systems thinking, right? But in the health, what is one of the measures? What if the measures? One of the measures is weight. So I chose to reduce weight. Okay, before I go there, let me also put some more. I hope you still remember this. I hope you still remember, right? The systems thinking, system map, value stream map. How will I make customer happy? Now, I told you, if you cannot measure, you cannot improve. So I need to put some measures. Customers will judge my quality based on the measures. Measures, we call it a CTQ, critical to quality. Critical to quality. CTQ, critical to quality. The 3 measures are always there for any process. Think of your own product or service, it will be there. One is cycle time. I'm talking about the measures. One is errors or defects, measures or errors or defects, and one is costs. This will always be there. Yep. Plus, whatever is very, very specific to your product or service. Suppose you are manufacturing chocolates, so it will be weight of the chocolate. If you are in a hospital, infection rates. If you're in a bank, the percentage of delinquent mortgages. Yeah, these are all your related to your process. There could be many, but these 3 are there always. Cycle time, errors, defects, cost. And the green belt chooses one of them. Green belt chooses one of them. Like say you can reduce the cycle time, or you can reduce the defects, or you can reduce the cost, or you can reduce the variation in the weight, you can reduce the infection rate. If you are working in a petrochemical company, variation in the intrinsic viscosity, or the boiling point, or the impurities. These are all examples where a green belt or black belt can take up improvement projects. So you are taking improvement projects in a measure. I hope you understood. I hope you are understanding, right? So you have a system, you have a value stream map for the organization. You want to please the customer. Customer judges your products or service based on some measures. And you choose one of the measures to improve. And customer will be, of course, happy. So now if I go back, and what we will follow, you will follow the 5-phase approach of DMAC, define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. Okay. 5-phase approach. So I was talking about I want to improve my health. Okay. First, I wrote my problem. Problem statement is my weight is 90 kg and my goal is to reduce it to 80 kg. Okay. That was my define phase. Define very clearly measurable terms. Define the problem, define the goal. In the measure phase, I collect the data. Now, I don't trust anyone except the data. Don't trust anyone except the data. Deming, one quality guru, used to say, in God we trust, rest others bring data. Yep. I'm not going to trust you unless, of course, you are God. And you're not God, I'm sure. So in that case, I'm not going to trust you at all unless you give me the data. So I'm going to trust you only if you provide me the data. And this is true for me as well. When I'm, measuring I'll first measure my weight. I started measuring 90 kg, 90.5 kg, 89.5 kg, 89 kg, so on and so forth. I found my average to be 90, and then some variation was there. Now I'm not entering into that complicated terms right now, but there's some variation which we call it a standard deviation or sigma. But I'll not speak too much about this at this point of time. Maybe after, if the time permits, I will in fact talk about it. But now I will display. Most of the time I am 90 kg. At times I go up to 91, and at time I go to 89. So my weight, if I just put here, my weight is between 89 to 91. Fluctuating. This is how my process is performing. I created a histogram. This is a measure phase. Now measure phase completed. I measured my weight. I looked at myself, how I'm performing, performance of the process. This is the capability of my weight management process. Oh, when I look at the mirror, or this is like a mirror for me. I know, oh well, I'm not so good. I thought I look very smart, but unfortunately, the histogram is telling me something else. Now I analyze why I'm like that, why my process is not performing. What I do, I make a cause and effect diagram. There's a tool called cause and effect diagram, also known as fishbone diagram, also known as Ishikawa diagram. Ishikawa was again a quality guru, Japanese quality guru. He gave us this diagram. So I think of all the possible causes. Can you tell me some of the possible causes why my weight is high? So it was due to no exercises, okay. Food, okay. Quantity of food, the diet, okay. Muhammad is telling junk food, yes, and controlled diet. Apurva, Raja, Salma, Ritu. Yes, you're right. Yes, absolutely. Oh, thanks for. So everyone's like, what you are eating, not enough sleep. Of course, very, very important. Ronaldo, you're so right. In fact, that was my root cause. So anyway, so I can list down all the things here. No exercise, no diet. Anjum Sebastian is telling. Yeah. Now, and many of you have commented. I can't read out all the names because of lack of time. So, but yeah, I created a cause and effect diagram. But not everything is equally important for me right now for my weight. So I find out my root causes. So there is a technique called 80-20 rule, Pareto principle. Pareto means Mr. Wilfredo Pareto. He was an Italian economist who found that 80% of the wealth in Italy is with 20% of the people. Yeah, 80% of the wealth in Italy was with 20% of the people. He called this as 80-20 rule. And he found that this was true for almost everything. 80% of the crops or production was from 20% of the types of crops. It is true for your organization also. 80% of your revenue is coming from 20% of your customers. So suppose you have 10 customers, two of them, 20% of them, two of them are giving you 80% of your revenue. Yeah. So similarly, Joseph Juran, in fact, brought this to quality, and he said, 80% of your problem. Now, my problem was the weight. 80% of my high weight is due to 20% of the causes. So if I listed down 10 causes, only two are responsible. And for me, I'm talking about me. For you, the root cause would be different. You have to do your own project. You can't copy my project. For me, it was lack of sleep. And it was actually a portion of diet. So my diet was good. I was not eating any sugar, carbs, etc. Very, very nice diet. But I was eating too much of good food. Okay, so I reduced that also, and I found, anyway, I'm not going to that detail, but I improved. I took an action. Then I applied Pokayoki. Even by mistake, I cannot, overeat. And then I put some control actions in place. And my weight, which was 89 to 91, reduced to 79 to 81. And I'm able to sustain it for the last 3-4 years. I'm able to sustain it. Okay. If you are on my LinkedIn, I posted one 2016 photograph. When we had opened our second office in UAE. First office got opened in 2011, but second office in UAE, I'm talking. Saudi Arabia, we opened in 2007. And Copenhagen, we started in 2006. But in LinkedIn, today I posted throwback picture. So there you can see me. I'm looking real. You can look at my weight. So I did this project and I really reduced my weight. Now let us do this for a company. Now this company wants to reduce recruitment cycle time. So when you want to reduce a recruitment cycle time, you are doing a project. Yeah. When you are doing a project, I told you project is done in a process. So can you tell me which process is this? Which process I should have a CPHQ? I should make a high-level process map first. So which is this process? I want to reduce recruitment cycle time. So what is the process? What is the process which I should be improving? Which recruitment process, isn't it? Yes, recruitment process. So first in the define phase, I will create a CPHQ, collect the voice of customer and create a project charter. Okay. So I did that. I identified the process. Okay. I identified the process. I also identify the team who's going to do the project. Then we identify the sponsor or the champion. Sponsor is the head of the department. Champion is the person who's championing the cause of Lean and Six Sigma in the organization. Usually they could be same people or sometimes they could be different people as well. Process owner is the manager of the process in whose process you are doing the project. So here recruitment manager will be the process owner. So I have identified the team and then I make a CPHQ on the process where I am doing the project. So I have got recruitment process to improve. So I'll make recruitment process CPHQ. Who are the customers? Usually when you do a CPHQ, you start with the customers. Who are the customers? The departments who are asking for recruited candidates. Recruited employee is the output. Okay. And what are the basic steps? Steps are written here. I'm not going to describe them because this is an overview. I'm just showing you very, very generic overview of a typical project. So these are our inputs and these are our suppliers. Yeah. Now the measures on the output. So recruited employee is the output. And then we have steps like interviewing the shortlisted candidate, developing a mobilization plan, mobilize the candidate, negotiation. What are the inputs? IT system should be there, job description, JD, and a CV. Now, measure on see, I go to the customer and ask the customer, what do you want? He will tell you, lots of things. I want faster recruitment. So what is the measure? We call it a CPQ, recruitment cycle time. Recruitment cycle time is the measure. This is the CTQ which I am trying to reduce. This I will designate as Y. We call it as Y. And the measures on the inputs and process measures, we call it as X factors. We call it as X factors. And we say Y is function of X. What does it mean? Y is dependent on X. Means my recruitment cycle time is dependent on time taken to interview the candidate, time taken to negotiate, time taken to mobilize the candidate, whether my IT system is working or not working, job description is available or not available, CVs are relevant or irrelevant. These are all my X factors which are affecting my Y, which are affecting my recruitment cycle time. Now, if I worry just about the recruitment cycle time, I'm not going to improve anything. If I just keep worrying about the recruitment cycle time, I'm not going to reduce it. Don't worry about the result. That is the result, in fact. But the real improvement, which is in my hand, Y is not in my hand. The Y factor is not in my hand. It is the result. The causes, the reasons, they are in your hand. So focus on the X factors. Don't focus on the Y. Yeah. Focus on your X factors. Don't focus on your Y. So if I reduce the X factors, if I reduce my X factors, or not reduce means if I improve my X factors, if I improve the job description availability, if I improve the quality of my CV, if I quickly approve the budget, if I enhance the skills of the HR staff, automatically my recruitment cycle time will reduce. Okay. So as I told you, you can't improve if you cannot measure, and you can measure everything. So let me tell you how you can measure. Now I'm going to tell this very quickly to you because yeah, I wanted to show you some tools and techniques, and the choice of tools and techniques depends on the type of data. So that is why I wanted to quickly take you through this topic as well. That how can you measure everything? So you can measure everything either in terms of continuous data, or you can measure in terms of attribute data. The continuous data is something which you can represent on a number line. You can represent on a number line. Number line ranges from -infinity to +infinity. Okay. And any point on that number line can be a continuous data. Say, for example, procurement time, 55.5 days. So you have a day. Day means unit is there and the possibility of a decimal is there. And that this is a simple example of variable or continuous data. Although, of course, when you do a black belt training, I'll elaborate more on that. But right now, for the time being, you can just say a simple definition is that it always has a unit and it will have a possibility for decimal point. So we are trying to simplify the things, The statistics is not that complicated. Please understand that. So here, now, what is attribute data? Attribute data is something which can be expressed as category. Good, bad, happy, unhappy, male, female. Yeah. And I can count 30 males and 60 females. I can do a count. I cannot have 31.5 males. Yeah. Maybe I can use a video to explain this. I've got this video as well.
Hi.
Which explains this. It will save my time. So let me take the help of this.
Now let me tell you, how can you measure anything? There are two types of data, continuous data and attribute data. Continuous data can be represented on a number line. It can have a decimal place. It can also have a have a unit. Say, for example, age, height. Age is 52.5 years.
Well, that
That's
was
my
my
age.
age 2.5 years ago. So I'm now 55. Yeah, just clarification.
Height, maybe 180.1 centimeters. Cycle time of a process 3.5 hours, or procurement time in an organization 120.3 days. These are all continuous data because they all have a possibility of a decimal, means they can be expressed in decimal points, and also they all have a unit. Now let us talk about attribute data. Attribute data can be expressed in categories, and categories can be counted. Say, for example, if you want to measure happiness, so easiest way to measure any attribute data is to create a category, and if possible you can create a binary category. A presence or absence of that attribute can be one of the simplest categories. Hi, I'm Amitabh.
So what I'm trying to tell you is here, it's a trick. It's more like a trick to measure anything.
Can be one of the
So
simplest.
suppose can you tell me any one thing which you think is very difficult to measure? Just tell me any one thing, and we'll create a we'll create a measure immediately, right away. And I'll tell you the philosophy also, how we are creating that measure. Like you have Usman is telling emotion. You can you can create different category. Khizar is taking heartbroken. Okay, customer satisfaction, Ronaldo. Okay, so everything can be measured. Everything can be measured. So let me take emotions. If you see Facebook, it measures the emotions. You create categories. So if I put emotions here, emotions, happy, sad, caring, and so on and so forth. Look at the Facebook. You post something on Facebook, and people, like it, comment, sad, happy, caring, all that stuff. Dislike is not there, but even dislike would be there. So these are all your measurements. So 20 people were liking it, 3 people have expressed sadness, 70 people have expressed care. This is how I can count. Okay. Hussain Ali is telling my feelings. Okay, feelings. 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 Feeling good or feeling bad. Yeah. 50 times in a day or 50 times in a week, randomly, I collected the data. 30 times I'm feeling good, 20 times I'm feeling bad. So I am 60% times feeling good, and I would like to increase the 60
categories. So if I take the example of happiness, 2 categories I can create: happy, unhappy. So if
first, let me come out of it. Yeah. So,
hi,
I'm just, yes, let me go back. Yes. So first,
create a category.
The first thing is, what you do is you create a category. Okay. Now, did we tell you that we can measure everything correctly? I did not say that. But you have to put a measure, because if you can't measure, you forget about improving. So if you want to improve happiness, you have to put a measure on the happiness. If you want to improve your emotion, then you have to put a measure on those emotions. Emotions, like you want to feel happier, let's say. So you have to put a measure. So let's say let me take the example which I've given in this video. I want to improve the happiness in my employees in the organization. So what you will do, I'll create a categories. Now, easiest way to create any category, easiest way is binary. Presence or absence of that particular attribute is very, very good way. Try that out. If that doesn't work out, then of course there are different ways of creating categories, but very simple way is that, just try that. So here I'm just trying it out. Happy, I'm creating happy, unhappy.
possible, you can create a binary category. A presence or absence of that attribute can be one of the simplest categories. So if I take the example of happiness, two categories I can create: happy, unhappy. So if I want to increase the happiness in the employees in the organization, then I can always count how many employees are happy. Let's say 60 employees are happy and 40 employees are unhappy. I can express this as proportion. That means proportion of happy employees in my organization is 0.6 and proportion of unhappy employees is 0.4. And it can also be expressed as percentage. Now this proportion or percentage, they don't have a unit. And a count, like 60 employees, I can't have 60.1 employees who are happy. So the count will not have any decimal point.
So please understand this point.
So this is what continuous data and attribute data is. It is.
So, what's the purpose of learning the continuous and attribute data is that I want to measure to improve, right? You would have noted that 60 is not 60.1, it is either 60 or 61. So that is why it is also known as discrete data. Okay. And proportion is portion out of 1. 1. It is 1. This is 1, right? Portion out of 1 means 0.6 belongs to happiness and 0.4 belongs to unhappiness. And then you can even sometimes have percentage. Some people are more comfortable with percentage, but usually the statisticians prefer proportion. We have proportion test, 1 proportion test, 2 proportion test. What is percentage? If you treat this circle as 100, so 60 belongs to happy and 40 belongs to unhappy. Now, purpose is to improve happiness from 60% to 80%, and I can do a project now. Why my employees are only 60% happy? What are the causes? I can do a cause and effect diagram. I can do a Pareto chart. I can do all the analysis. And after that, I can always improve. The purpose is improvement. You'll be knowing, some of you might be knowing, and some of you who don't know, you'll be surprised. There's the happiness minister in UAE, and there is a happiness index monitored on a weekly basis by the Ministry of Happiness in UAE. Yeah. So they are measuring it. And as I said, we are not saying that's the ultimate measure. That's not, we are saying that's the only measure. You may say, oh, happiness lies in the person, etc., etc. That's all right. We are not contesting that. But overall, if I want to improve something, just put a measure till the time the ideal measure is designed. Because if you're waiting for that ideal measure, your competitor would have measured and it would surge ahead. It will go ahead of you. While you are still waiting for that ideal measure, your competitor will improve customer satisfaction, competitor will improve customer happiness, competitor will improve their employees' happiness, and you are still waiting for that measure. No, put a measure. I hope you are convinced. And for the person who said heartbroken, see, the thing is, there are 2 ways to measure. One is heart is broken or not broken. So let's say, in my case, I'm just taking an example. It's not true, by the way. 10 times, 10 times, 6 times the heart was broken, 4 times not broken. Okay, this is one example. But I think what you are looking at is to what extent the heart is broken. So you can have a 5 rating, very badly or mildly or very lightly. So again, you can still measure. Anyway, jokes apart, you can measure everything. And we are talking about corporates and organizations. So now we have a measure. Now we know what the customer wants. Now I clearly write my project charter. I will write a project charter. I will write a beautiful project charter saying, today I am taking 50 days and I would like to reduce it to 30 days. Okay. And if I do this, I will get additional 20 days for the 100 recruited employees which are going to join my engineering consulting company. Together, their billing will be almost $300,000. I will bill the client, isn't it? So I'm going to save, if I, by reducing the recruitment cycle time by 20 days, I am going to save $300,000, which are getting wasted today of the company. So it's a good project. Then I go to the measure phase. In the measure phase, I focus not on the symptoms, but I focus on the X factors, which are the causes. Because Y is function of X. When you go to the doctor, let's say I go to the doctor, I tell him I'm having fever. The doctor doesn't, here, doctor gets my CTQ, the critical to quality measure is the temperature. And he says, well, it is 37.8 degrees Celsius. Well, he does not try to reduce the symptom. He's focused on the root causes. He does a cause and effect diagram. A lot of X factors flash in his mind. You could have this, but then he applies Pareto on it. Well, most likely he collects some sample data like blood sample, etc., X-rays, whatever is required. And after that examination, he says, well, you have got this. This is your root cause. And he gives the medicine to the root cause, for the root cause. Similarly, you as a green belt or a black belt, you are like a physician or a doctor of the process. So you have to investigate the causes. And once you investigate the causes, then you can prescribe the right solution. If you prescribe the if you prescribe the solution without analyzing, you will not solve the problem. Suppose, that you go to the doctor, he looks at you and he gives you some medicine. Will you trust such a doctor? No. But that's what we do in our organization. There is a problem, customer is complaining, we have a meeting, and then we decide, in a half an hour meeting, what is the problem and what is the solution. My dear friend, you have to go into the root cause analysis. Okay. So how to do that? So let us learn some basic statistics. When you are dealing with continuous data, you can make a histogram. Okay. When you are dealing with continuous data, so suppose these are two data types which I saw, which we saw, right? Data types. Continuous and attribute. Continuous data, say recruitment cycle time. Okay. It's continuous data, 50.2 days. When I'm dealing with continuous data, I can make a histogram. I collect 30 samples, 30 recruitments. Sample size for continuous data is 30. 30 will give you almost real good information about your, about your process. Population size could be anything, 1,000, 10,000, 1 million, 2 billion, doesn't matter. Now you may find this surprising, but that is true. There's something called central limit theorem. Using that, we can derive the sample size formula. Now, if you are interested in even watching that video is also available on my Anexas channel. If you are already learned, if you want to, go a little bit to other extent of, going, learning more about statistics, you can even watch that. But let us keep the things simple today. You are a yellow belt, so don't deviate too much. But just to tell you, trust me, 30 samples will give you almost a very, very good information about a population which could be 10,000, 100,000, 1 million, or 1 billion. Sample size doesn't depend on the population. So if I collect 30 recruitments, I find that most of them are, of course, 50, but you are going up to, uh, say, 60 also, 65 also. And here you are going up to 35 days. So we call this as control limits. This we call it as control limits. Where the curve, the probability distribution curve, we call this as normal curve, normal distribution curve. It was first, investigated by Gauss, Carl Friedrich Gauss. I even had one student in one of my sessions, I think 3 months ago. She was studying in Germany, and she told that she was studying in the same university where Mr. Gauss used to learn, and then he used to teach also later on. Anyway, Mr. Carl Friedrich Gauss, we call it as Gaussian curve. Gauss, if you have heard of. Very interesting phenomena for this normal distribution curve is that when you collect the data, when you're collecting the data, you will get an average and you will also get a standard deviation. Okay, you will get an average. I'll not go into too much of detail of normal distribution as of now, because we are getting introduced to a concept. So it will always have an average, it will always have a standard deviation. Okay. So for example, if it averages 50 and standard deviation is 5, now one interesting thing he found, which is true in nature, he found that this curve almost touches, it never touches, in fact, it goes on and on to infinity. But if almost touches, it almost touches at plus 3 times standard deviation and minus 3 times standard deviation, right? Minus plus minus 3 times, almost. Yeah. And there is a formula for standard deviation, which I'm not going to teach right now. In fact, in my sessions, I even derive the formula of standard deviation. Now, if you are interested in seeing that video, I can put derivation of standard deviation using some simple example. Very simply, I have explained and we have derived the formula. Everyone can understand. You don't have to have some mathematical background for that. If you are interested, you can watch that video. I'll put it here as well. But for the time being, please trust me, the standard deviation can be very, very easily. Nowadays, you have softwares. Everything can be done very quickly. Like I'll show you. See, suppose I collect the data. This is my recruitment time. Collected 15 recruitments. I can ask Minitab. This is Minitab when you join my sessions in Greenbelt. I will give you all the steps, how to make these charts. Just one click, you make a histogram. Average is 50, standard deviation is 4.7. So I can treat it as 5. So 50 and 5. I can easily look at this. Okay. So if it is 5, so this will be 50. This is X bar represented as the sample mean. Average. Mean means average. Plus 1 time standard deviation will be how much? Can you tell me? 50 plus 1 time standard deviation. 50 plus 1 time standard deviation is how much? 5. So this will be 55. Okay. Muhammad Ikram, Ronaldo, Salma, you are all learned people. Okay. Okay, you are right. So this is how much? This will be 60 and this will be 65. And this will be 45 and this will be 40 and this will be 35. I hope I'm right. See, when I'm conducting the training program, I'm in a different state. So sometimes I commit mistakes. So please correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, because I keep giving different examples. So some other example which I did in the morning session might be there in my mind. Sometimes the numbers I get confused. So am I right? I think I hope it's correct, right? Minus 1 times standard deviation, minus 2 times standard deviation. Yes. Now, this is the behavior of my process. This is the voice of my process. We call it as this is the voice of my process. Voice. My recruitment process is telling me that I will take between 35 days to 65 days to recruit an employee. You may want whatever you want. I don't care. My recruitment process is telling me like that. So if I can make a control chart, it looks like this. We call it as minus 3 times standard deviation. We call it as lower control limit. And plus 3 times standard deviation, I call it as upper control limit. LCL, UCL. Remember that. LCL, UCL. So lower control limit is 35. Upper control limit is 65. I hope you are with me. I hope I have not confused you. Yeah. Still people are there. That means, you're finding some value out of this training. Okay, great. Now, if I look at my recruitment process, it will behave like this. Yeah, it will behave like this. This variation is known as common cause variation. Okay. Means this is normal in my process. One person took 60 days, another person took, say, 40 days. And this is natural variation. Don't look for reasons there. Now, sometimes we try to manage the process on a day-to-day basis, point-by-point basis. We waste our time in explanations. Oh, this person took 60 days because of this. No, no, no. This is like, as long as you are within the control limits, we say process is under control. When the process is within the control limits, we say process is under control. So this is the way we are operating. That's it. Don't try to search for reasons of this variation. You are wasting your time. Yeah. In fact, the real reasons of your variation are, in fact, it is collective. Your recruitment is getting affected by a lot of factors. You can make a cause and effect diagram, which we are going to make, after a while. But let me jump a little bit. See, when you are making a cause and effect diagram, Mr. Ishikawa told, think about six M's. Man, machine, material, method, mother nature. Man, machine, material, method, and measurement, and mother nature. Mother nature and environment, 6 M's. So think of those branches and, try to identify your, try to identify your causes, with related to mankind, related to machinery, related to material, etc. Yeah. So we did that. There is a brainstorming was done, and nowadays, everything is automated. So you can create a cause and effect diagram also of this data. So these were different causes. We got different causes. Again, these causes are coming from the brainstorming. You have to brainstorm with the people, get to these causes. So these causes, whatever they are, let's not worry too much about them. I'm trying to teach you a tool, so don't worry about the process right now. So there are so many causes. JD not job description is not available, approval is not done on time, and so on and so forth. So all the causes are collectively acting on my system and producing this variation. Yeah. Collectively, there would be variation. Sometimes job description takes less time. Sometimes approval takes more time, less time. So there are variations in each of the X factors. Each of the X factors is having variation. Approval time is not same for all the recruitments. Processing time is not same. Advertisement time is not same. That all variations combined together are producing. Add these variations together. This is producing the variation. So think like a system. Think like have a systemic thinking. So don't waste your time in looking for causes. Of course, one process took 120 days. Now, that is a special cause. Look at that. Take an action. Take immediate action. We call it as special cause, assignable cause. Okay. There we need to take an action. Because if I don't take an action on that 120, process may go further out of control. So whatever happened on that for 120, something special happened. Take an action. Eliminate that issue so that your process still remains within 35 to 65. Now, that doesn't mean now I'm happy with 35 to 65. No, I need to change the control limits. So today I am here. What is my goal? I want to my specification limit is, let us say, 50 days. Everything should be within 50 days. Upper specification limit. Please remember, this is SL, customer's specification limit, also known as voice of customer. So customer wants 50 days, below 50 days. Today, your average is 50 days. When your average is 50 days, you are going up also, down also. 50% of the time, you are going up. You can imagine, right? 50% of the time, you are going up. You are above the limit. Customer is not happy. Yeah, customer is not happy. Or whatever. Here, in fact, when they collected the data, yeah, yeah. Yes, so we can have Paul and Gurmeet definitely come online. Yes, of course. Welcome, Paul and Gurmeet. They are our past students, so we always request. So please come over. Yes, you can join. You can just it's a revision for both of you. Okay, great. Okay, so yeah, let us continue. So here, 35 and 65 are my control limits, and customer specification limit is 50 days. So what is my job? My job is to change the control limits of my process so that I'm never going beyond the customer's specified limits. Here I'm making 50% defects. Here I'm making zero defect. There's no recruitment going beyond 50 days. My recruitments are now between 20 to 40 days. I'm just taking an example. Right? I hope you are understanding. Are you understanding this concept? Although this is a little complicated, and I chose to teach you some complicated topics today because you are listening. You are actually learning. Because sometimes I can guess, sometimes I say, oh, people are not understanding basic concepts also. That generally I don't enter into in-depth concepts. But right now I've entered into real deep concepts. Now, this is what improvement is. This is like a changing the DNA of the process. DNA of the process. See, this is how my process was operating earlier. I'm changing the DNA of a process, and now it will be operating between different limits, 20 to 40. Now, this is a huge shift. This is a systemic shift. This is not going to take place in a meeting or just telling the people to perform better. No, you have to do a DMAC project. You have to do a Six Sigma project. And that is what we are doing right now. You can even, make a control chart. Here, let me show you. It's very easy nowadays. This is my baseline data. I can make a control chart. And I can tell 36 to 64 days, to be very precise, taking the decimal points into consideration. Exact is 50.33 is the average. 36 to 64 is my control limit. This is how my process is operating. And I want to improve it. So I do a cause and effect diagram. Okay. So I, of course, do a cause and effect diagram. I can do a data door, I can do a lean route in a process door. Data door is about cause and effect diagram and following certain tools and techniques. Process door is about the one which I described in the beginning. Map the process, do a Gemba walk. Gemba, hope you remember Gemba. Gemba means going to the field and identify the non-value added activities. So you map the process, identify the non-value added activities, try to reduce them as much as possible. You can even apply escape technique. There is a technique called escape technique. So ask these 5 questions on each of the step. Can I eliminate it? E for eliminate, S for simplify, C for combine, A for automate, P for parallel. The details of escape techniques is given here. Naveen has given you here the link there. So you can just watch that. There's a case study also described of escape. You can watch that later on. But briefly, asking 5 questions. Can I eliminate? Can I simplify? So you'll find, yeah, I can eliminate this. I can simplify this. I can automate this. I can make these into in parallel. You'll come out with a new process. A 2-3 hour discussion on your process will produce a brilliantly decorated new process. Without or very, very less non-value added activities. Yeah. And this has to happen with the help of the team. Never do it alone. That is important. And if you do a cause and effect diagram, you invite the people. Think of all the possible causes: man-related, machine-related, method-related, measurement-related, mother nature-related. Think of all 6 M's. And they have thought of lots of causes, and they have put it on the wall. And then we apply Pareto on it. 80-20 rule. Which cause is occurring most of the time? 48 times this cause is occurring. 31 times this cause is occurring. 30 times this. So you can apply Pareto principle. Arrange the causes in descending order. So I will be a little fast here because I want to just show you some basic things. So see, I will just show you in Minitab also. This is Minitab. What I'm using is Minitab. We'll give you a Minitab when you join our session. So you can download it from minitab.com, www.minitab.com also. So these are the reasons of my, all the delays. So I can make a Pareto chart on it. So it will count how many times assessment time is happening. Okay, it is coming for 34 times. JD, job description is not available, appears for 9 times. Sorry, 13 times assessment time, 9 times job description time, and percentage contribution is also given. It is calculating the percentage also. So assessment time is contributing around 34%. Job description is not available, is contributing about 23%, and so on and so forth. And then I get my root causes, and then I act on my root causes. And I'll now quickly, of course, if you are willing to spend some more time with me after 10 minutes, still, I will talk a little bit more. But a lot of people now asking for the certificate, so I'll tell you. Okay, I'll tell you that you can join my interactive live training. Recording is available for lifetime access. 2 projects are done in the class. One is procurement cycle time, and another is the patient discharge time in the hospital. Or we can choose a new, like if we are doing it for a corporate training, I can choose a new project. And project guidance is provided for lifetime. Anytime you can join us. If it is just email related, we can provide it to you for free. And so if I just complete the project at a fast pace, now we generate some ideas related to the root causes. So you can use different techniques, and once you use different techniques, you generate lots of solutions. And I'll be telling you a lot of techniques. One of the techniques is 635 technique. You can watch the video if you want to know the techniques to generate ideas. There's a very beautiful technique called 635 videos. 635 is 6 people write 3 ideas in 5 minutes, and they take turns to write it, and you will get around 108 ideas in 30 minutes. How to do that? You can always, watch this. By the way, how to get the yellow belt, I will tell you. But before that, listen to me full in full. So here now I have got my root causes, and once I have got my root causes, then I will act on those root causes. I will act on my root causes. I'll implement my solutions, and once I have implemented the solutions, I will put control actions in place so that I don't go back to my original state, because there is no point in improvement if you go back to your original state. So you put your checklists, training, new SOPs in place, and also control charts in place. So what are the factors which I need to monitor so that I don't go out of control and I'm able to sustain the gains. So this is how you do this. And typically, once you complete the project, this is the chart which every CEO would like to see. What is that chart? Before and after. And I will tell you some advanced tools also. If you are willing to wait, I'll teach you scatter plot, box plot, regression. That also I'll teach you. But that will happen in the next half an hour. So if you want to stay on, please stay on. But let me first complete our yellow belt part. So stat. And I want to now make my control charts. Before it was like this, after it is like this. Wow, my recruitment process improved because I acted on my root causes. I just did not give a solution and implement it. No, I acted on the root causes. I got the solutions based on the root causes. And that's how a typical DMAC project is done. I showed you lean also. I showed you lean applications. I showed you Six Sigma DMAC approach also. Now, if you are interested, you can please join my sessions. I will give you the dates. The dates are given. My team can, if you can just tell me what are the dates scheduled for our trainings, I'll be happy to. Yeah. So these are the dates. Training on weekends, Fridays, Saturdays, or Sundays. Depends on in your country what is a weekend. So depending on your country, we have scheduled training programs on weekends, full day trainings. And we have weekend batch also. Weekend batch is a Saturday, Sunday batch starts from November 25th or starts on December 17. Friday, Saturday batch, November 25 and December 22. If you want to download your free yellow belt certificate, you can always download by going to. So wait, right now, don't go. Don't put the yellow belt link. Wait. You will give you the certification link also. How to go to the certification link? We'll just. I hope my team has sorted out all the issues, etc. And but we will give you the link in a short while. But if you are interested in getting our certification, you can always go for green belt, black belt, and even data science or Power BI training. You will get it for free in case you register for green belt or black belt. You can also go for green belt, black belt, and master black belt, and you will thoroughly enjoy the journey for sure. You will learn a lot, and all the tools and techniques which a black belt must know, we'll be teaching you. And you can appear for any exam afterwards. We will also conduct the exam, and we will also issue you the certificate. And you will definitely we can, in a way, can tell you, guarantee that you will pass. See, Lean and Six Sigma is about learning and getting knowledge. It is not about memorizing. Okay, so please understand that. So you will not be tested on your any memory. You will be tested on understanding, and you definitely will pass the examination. So, yes. So let's go ahead. I hope this part is clear to everyone. If you want to register for the training program, if only green belt, it is 1,000 dirhams. Black belt is 1,500 dirhams. GB plus BB is 2,500. And there is a master black belt included. So 3,000, it is including green belt, black belt, master black belt, and Power BI. You can always go for this. Very, very good offer. Your choice, whatever you are interested in. And the dates have been given to you. The time is mentioned here. We have a weekend training, weekday training. Weekday training is Monday to Thursday. Monday to Thursday or Monday to Friday. In the evenings, 2 hours. Or if you want, you can join in the morning also. Morning also is possible. Evening also is possible. 2 hours. Anything, any training you join. You can also interchange. You can sometimes join morning, sometimes join evening. You can join our sessions any number of time in the future also. Once you have joined us, you can revise it after 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. We are operating for a long time, and we hope to operate for a long time. So we will be always there. The organization will be always there, and this promise of you attending the session any number of times still holds true. So most welcome to join our sessions, and now I would like to invite Paul Kelly, if you would like to speak something about your experiences with us. Right now, as usual, I'm traveling, so I'm in Riyadh right now. But you would like to say something, Paul, if you want to come online, and also Gurmeet, if you like to come online, you can switch on your videos. Uh, so we would like to hear, and before that, I will also tell you, like, if you're taking some time. So yeah, Paul is already there. So if I will also tell you how to implement Six Sigma. Yes, Paul, you would like to say something about our training? Yeah, yes, please.
Amita, certainly my pleasure. I apologize. I'm on a mobile phone here, so I hope the signal is okay. But yeah, I really thoroughly enjoyed my training with you. You're a superb trainer, and I think everybody has just seen you go through the yellow belt, and it's even better with the black belt and master black belt up on further, because you've a great way of simplifying the information, and you put it very well. It's not a memory exercise; it's an understanding exercise, and I think that's what puts some people off. They're worried, can I remember all these formulas in my head? And you're right, you don't need to remember that stuff. It's all there, it's on the internet, it's in books, you can access that. The real trick is to be able to understand it so that you can apply it and use it. So yeah, I had a fantastic experience with the training, and thank you very much again for it. Really enjoyed it.
Thanks a lot, Paul. Your words matter a lot, and I also remain enthusiastic. As the age progresses, the words like these and keep us going stronger. So thanks a lot, Paul, and thanks for joining and taking your time out. And we could hear you well even on mobile. So your mobile is really fantastic, I would say.
Superb. I just have to say, I mean, it's a fantastic career choice to get into, because every day is different. You're solving different problems. It's so interesting, and you don't even have to be an enthusiastic person. It's just the subject matter makes you enthusiastic, because you're looking at it, you're solving problems for people, you're removing waste, you're making things better, and it's just it's a very fulfilling sort of occupation. It's a very fulfilling task to go about. So I can't recommend it any more highly. It's a fantastic way of life, really.
Yeah, in fact, Paul is doing lots of projects. He himself is a very successful master black belt, and he's doing multiple projects in I think Ireland and
That's right.
in European countries. So thanks a lot, Paul, for that.
Not at all. My pleasure.
Thank you. And I think we have Gurmeet. Gurmeet is able to come online. Yeah, Gurmeet Kaur. So you would like to speak a few words? If you want to, yeah, please, Gurmeet. Yes, please go ahead. Yes.
Hello, good evening, everyone. I'm Gurmeet. I've been with Anexas since last year. I've done few certification with the excellent trainer, Mr. Amitabh, and his fellows, and I think it's great. I've done my CPHQ, green belt, black belt, and master black belt. So I would say that this yellow, green, black, and master black belt is one of the most valuable and versatile certification you can achieve. And the training hours that Anexas provide is excellent. It's very flexible. I'm a very busy mom of two toddlers. So you have weekdays classes, you have weekend classes. They are really accommodative. The video presentations are excellent. The trainers are very approachable and accommodative. And the best part is the course materials. Easy to understand, straightforward, and they really simplify things for you. I've been working quite a while in a management. I've been in Riyadh before for 12 years. So, sir, I'm really jealous because you're in Riyadh now. It's one of my favorite place. So, I'm actually from Malaysia and currently I'm residing in India. So, I would say that, I've done a bits and pieces of this Lean Six Sigma in my management work. But when I came into this course, I've learned this as a whole. And I think it's a very worthwhile certification to do. Price is also very economical, and the knowledge that you get is nothing compared to the price that you pay for that. And best of all is it's like a lifelong training there. You can always access to your material. Website is excellent and they are very helpful. Everyone in the Anexas organization is very helpful. I'm also pursuing my PMP with this organization. I've done my training. I'm going to prepare myself for a certification. Thank you, Anexas, and all the best to my fellow attendees today. And I wish you all the best. And please, it's my personal recommendation. It's a very versatile and valuable certification. Go for it.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Because nothing like, people who attended the session and you are still attending my PMP training. I remember that. I am aware of that. So great. Thanks a lot. Good.
You guys make us so enthusiastic and so energetic. So I would like to share this motivation and this enthusiasm with my fellow colleagues and attendees today. So all the best again. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. So definitely. So I hope you heard, and of course, we've got a lot of videos from many of our attendees. Some of the attendees, right, I showed you, from ministers to CEOs to the people who are working on the ground, like even workers. See, Lean Six Sigma is for everyone, and Lean Six Sigma, when you are implementing, unless you have the full-fledged, unless you have the senior management support, down to the level, the people who are on the ground, they understand this. You can't succeed. So, thanks a lot to both Paul and Gurmeet for this excellent these credentials. I would say. Thanks a lot. Now, now let me go back to some of the learnings, and I'll tell you now. I will tell you how to implement Six Sigma in an organization. Okay, now let me show you. How do you implement the Lean Six Sigma in an organization. Okay, so implementing Lean and Six Sigma. No, generally, you first you select the projects. Now I'm describing the top-down approach. First you select the right projects. And thanks, I think 10 people have already joined in. Based on thanks to Paul and Gurmeet's recommendation, I've got many more, people who would, I can show you a lot of videos of a lot of people who have attended our sessions in a short while. But let me also now tell you about implementation, how to implement Lean Six Sigma. First, let me spend around 5 to 7 minutes on that, and then I'll show you some more credentials and some more projects, real projects. Now here, you are looking at the different departments, choose the projects, create an infrastructure. So you have got a steering committee, which is actually a very, very high-level steering committee. Quality leaders could be a chief quality officer, or it could be head of the quality. A steering committee would be, try to get the CEO in that committee. And even if he's not in the committee, but his support should be there. But all the people in steering committee should be very senior. And the champions are the head of the departments. They choose the projects. And the black belts and green belts, they implement the projects. And people like me, master black belts, they guide the green belts and black belts. Okay, great. Now we start with the champions training, the sponsors of the champions training, we start with them. And once we do the champions training, we convince the senior management about the whole approach. You can have a look, I'm just conducting a senior management training here for one of the largest pharmaceutical company in Switzerland. So here we did we played a game, and we convinced the senior management by playing a game that Lean Six Sigma really works. It can do wonders. And then they got convinced, and then after that, they sent the people for uh, doing a project and get trained in green belt. Now I'll keep changing the organization. Like I'm giving examples. Phases are the same, but I'll try to give the examples from different organizations. So Al Futtaim Group is a very large group in UAE. So they also underwent the same training. I conducted a champions training for them. Then they nominated the green belts and black belts. They came to the classroom, and then
your team name 1, 2, 3. Anti-Muda. And your slogan 1, 2, 3. Green air, go. Okay. And your
Let's not be green. Let's go green. Let's go green. We are the champions. We are the team.
wow.
Yay! Well done.
And your team name 1, 2, 3.
Una Squadra!
Your slogan 1, 2, 3.
Together, everyone achieves more.
Together, everyone achieves more. And your song.
Feel it in the air. All this world has seen. Each of us will share. One dream. We are on one team. Una Squadra!
okay, and then look at the National Healthcare Service black belt in UK. This is known as the sort of Ministry of Health in the country of UK.
Well, we have Alex with us, and he
So
has done
typically what happens is that once you undergo the training, you do a project and you present the project to the senior management.
excellent Lean and Six Sigma projects in National Healthcare Service and in hospitals. So, Alex, would you like to tell us something about it?
Hello, I'm Alex Wells, Head of Service Improvements at the Royal Liverpool University Hospital. I've been really fortunate to present today on how us as a trust are using Lean and Six Sigma principles to deliver better care for our patients. I've presented today on a lot of the work that we've done around how we've improved patient outcomes, reducing mortality, improving length of stay, and also talked about how we can actually realise some financial benefits from that. Over the past 2 years, we've been really fortunate that we've done some good work, and it's actually delivered us £2 million worth of quality efficiencies through delivering better patient care.
And then we have Bank Muscat, also completed around 40 projects. And then we have got a lot of credentials. Naql, the largest logistics company of Saudi Arabia.
My name is Mohammed Al Bayati. I'm the CEO of Naql. Through Anexas, Mr. Amitabh has taught me and more than 1,000 employees of Naql, Six Sigma and Lean processes. This affected our bottom lines by millions of riyals, and it is having a big impact in changing our company from a local company to a regional or multinational company. Thanks to Anexas and Mr. Amitabh. Thank you very much.
So typically Lean Six Sigma transforms the organization over a long period of time. It's not just a 6-month thing. It takes 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years down the line. So with that, on that note, I would strongly recommend that you please join my session, and I'm waiting for you. 10 people have already registered, and thanks for that. And thanks for taking decision. And you will get a very good discount. In fact, I'll extend this discount to 10 more people. Okay, so just don't wait. Just go for it. Don't think too much. Because some investment on yourself is required. When we invest on ourselves, you will never regret it. And our training programs are, I'm promising you, and I've done lots of trainings, and you will enjoy the trainings thoroughly. That I can definitely promise you. And even though it's a long journey, sometimes it will take around 1 month to 2 months when you attend those training sessions, 2 2-hour sessions over the next 1 or 2 months. You will never. You will always look forward to that. You will not skip them. And also, all the videos are available anyway. If you join our sessions, all the videos, I showed you some videos, all the videos will be given to you for a lifetime access. Not only that, when we upgrade those videos, we'll inform you. Sometimes there are changes in methodology, sometimes we bring in new things. Always you will get an information and you'll keep upgrading. And there is no recertification cost. We don't believe in after 3 years, you pay money, then I will recertify you. It's nothing like that. It is all, sometimes I say it's nonsense. If companies do, some accreditation companies do that, we don't agree to that. So your certification is valid for lifetime. And certification and the knowledge and invitation to gain more knowledge is valid for long lifetime. Rather than having a certificate, appear for an exam, get a certificate, and every 3 years keep paying money for it. We don't believe in it. You will get the certificate for lifetime, but the opportunity to learn and relearn whole life, you can be there with us. And we have done this for the last 17 years as a company, and individually trainings I have conducted 23 years. So trusting my experience, trusting the company's experience. Of course, we have got lots of trainers, but when you join, when you are registering for this session, you'll be joining my session. I'd like to invite you to my session, and please do join in. And of course, all our trainers are great. I'm not saying that all of our trainers are superb, great. And sometimes some modules are taken by some of our trainers. We invite, but all trainers are full-time trainers. All Anexas trainers are full-time. We don't hire part-time trainers. There are companies, well-known companies. I won't name them. They spend millions of dollars on advertisements, and when you search for Google, it will appear first. But one thing you ask them, tell me who's the trainer. They will never give you the name, because this trainer is a part-time trainer. He's working somewhere else. He doesn't want to reveal his name. Probably he has done training from me last year. And people who have just completed training 6 months ago, they have become a trainer. They will never tell you the profile of the trainer also. And you just give your money to these companies, just trusting their names. It's some very big, fancy name is there, some multinational is there, and you just trust the. Just ask a simple video of the trainer, profile of the trainer, video of the trainer, and compare it with our trainers, any of our trainers. In fact, right now I have to talk about myself. You will not be disappointed from Anexas, that I can assure you. So once again, inviting you, and let us have some videos from different industries, and also some credentials, if you can permit me. And if you're in Riyadh, definitely I'd like to meet you.
Hello, my name is Gary Lowe, the General Manager for Reside Catering here in Saudi Arabia, and we've participated in the Lean Six Sigma Green Belt. The training was phenomenal, it was well delivered, we had really good participation. It's really good for a group exercise, and the information is definitely going to serve us well for many years to come.
Actually, the 4 days training, Green Belt training conducted by Anexas was fantastic. Really, it was very good. The instructor, Mr. Amitabh, was very cooperative, very supportive. Whatever the questions he asked, he was patiently, just answering and then giving us very good inputs. Thank you so much.
Really an eye-opener for all of us, even though we are encountering, various issues on day-to-day basis, and which we have gone through a very formal approach and how to attack through a Six Sigma. Our team is so much excited in the last 4 days. Thank you very much.
I have actually taken a lot of courses and training during my career, 23 years, and actually this is one of the best. The environmental was crazy. I never seen this. The course was done by Mr. Ambat. He's a very qualified person. He's a very active person. He's a very lovely man. he has a joke which makes it easy for us. I really recommend to take these courses from this annexes.
Yes, some more credentials you can just see. I think we have got one more credential. Okay. So lean is to reduce the waste. So Bushra is asking, lean is to reduce the waste. Okay. And Six Sigma is to reduce the variation. Six Sigma is for variation and lean is to reduce the waste. Yeah. Yeah, let's have a look at some more credentials. There was one CPHQ starting with CPHQ, but talking about Six Sigma. I think Krishna Kumar had made that video. We can just put that video. Okay, or any other video you have, we can put it. So, yeah, so any other questions you have? So we have got, hi, Mr. Muhammad. You are from Saudi Arabia. Yes, I'm sitting in Riyadh right now. I'm right now in Riyadh. If you're in Riyadh, most welcome to meet me. Yes. Okay. Then we have got we have Khizar. I think Khizar telling, I thought to sit for 120 minutes, but it is more than 170 minutes. Though I wake up 5 a.m. Still, I'm not feeling sleepy because of interesting lecture. Oh, thanks a lot. In fact, you can come on the screen if you are in a position to come on video. I'll be happy to have you here. And Salma is telling thanks for the excellent session, and thanks a lot. Most welcome. And yes, so those who are interested in Vijay is also telling you, you are going to join the black belt. Wow, that's a good news. Thanks a lot, and most welcome. And stay in touch with me. My LinkedIn profile, if you are on LinkedIn, I'm sure you are. You can always connect with me on LinkedIn, and I'll be happy to stay connected with you. Every time I keep posting something. Today I was telling, I posted some a throwback picture, remembering certain things as a master black belt, and I've written a book also. It is available on Amazon, so if you want, you can get it. It's if you are on Kindle, then it will come to you for free. But otherwise, I think very basic minimum price there. But I'm sure it will help you a lot. It will. It also talks about there is an entrepreneur in you and everyone. Means as a professional. See, if you are not a business background, you don't have a business background, you can always enhance your skills. Like for example, master black belt, green belt, black belt, etc. And you can always become self-employed. So that book actually motivates you to do that. Six Sigma, how can it help electrical engineers? See, electrical engineers, now, if you are in production, then the electrical equipment which you are manufacturing, every equipment has got certain characteristics, its functioning characteristics as reliability. Its reliability means what is the life of that particular equipment. Or if you are producing, if you're in production, that shutdown time of the equipment can be reduced. Shutdown time of the various equipment which is producing that particular electrical equipment can be reduced. So shutdown time reduction, maintenance time, cycle time reduction, errors in the equipment which you are manufacturing, there would be some defects. So reducing the defects to almost zero levels. These are also some of the things which Lean Six Sigma can do it for you. So as an electrical engineer, you can always benefit a lot. And, you are not even, you are not only related, understanding the essence of the Lean and Six Sigma, but it is also you are already mastering your domain, Lean and the electrical engineering. As a domain expert, You are aware of how to run your operations, but as a Six Sigma expert, you are able to apply these statistical tools and techniques. I couldn't, in the yellow belt, you are not supposed to learn advanced techniques, but there are some advanced techniques like regression, chi-square test, ANOVA, design of experiments. They're very, very impactful in any engineering industry. How to implementation of site worker facility field. So facilities, there is a video I have got. I will answer your question with the facilities, Lean Six Sigma facilities. In fact, Parthak shows that a lot every time. Okay. Yes, please go ahead. I think there is one.
Lean Six Sigma is a fact-based, data-driven problem-solving method. It consists of more than 100 tools that are used to solve multiple business problems. Basically, we choose Lean Six Sigma because we felt that's the right methodology to improve our processes.
So I reached out to our operations team and we headed straight here to Formula Rossa, one of the signature rides here at Ferrari World at Abu Dhabi. And we decided to work on how we could increase the reliability of the time it takes to update our queue time boards. Because as you know, every minute that guest waits in a queue line is super important.
We had the brainstorming session with the team and we went through a few topics and then we chose the most appropriate one for the course. The chosen topic was reduce facilities management service request closeout time.
So I was eager to use statistics and data analytics to solve a business challenge. One of the challenges we had is the erosion of the retail per capita spend in Ferrari World Abu Dhabi, and that was my topic.
Well, actually, being an HR professional, recruitment lead time has been always a problem across the board. So taking that subject in specific will help me improve onto the recruitment cycle.
So what we had worked on was redesigning the product launch process, which we've now implemented.
We had a discussion within our team and the most critical area that we faced was our closing process. So we decided among ourselves that this is the one that we should go for.
Yeah, the course that we did was a week-long online facilitated course. It was fantastic. It showed us the whole methodology behind Lean Six Sigma, and it also provided a various amount of tools that we could be able to use to improve all of the existing processes that we have here in the park.
Well, it was 1 week training. It was very interesting and always energetic in terms of interaction in the class. Every single day has been different and the knowledge sharing has been remarkable.
This gave us a broader perspective to understand the issues, and it gave us opportunity to do some brainstorming, and we were able to come up with better solutions from a wholesome perspective.
It was a very stimulating experience where we met every day with the colleagues, all very engaged, eager to learn and keen on and willing to actually pause, step back from their day-to-day work to get some new perspectives. So it was really a refreshing exercise.
When an issue comes to us, we try to think about it from a Lean Six Sigma perspective. We try to define the issue, we make a project charter about it, we try to analyze it. So it has changed the perspective of how we look at issues.
Statistics allowed me to understand the root cause of the problem and come up with the very targeted improvement initiatives that we aim at implementing within the year. So every dirham per cap increase would represent 1 million revenue uplifts in a standard year. So the impact can be significant.
Well, this program is in benefit not just for me as a recruiter, but it helps the whole organization in terms of how we can identify issues, how we can look into problems.
So what's really exciting is that since we completed the course and we implemented all of the changes that we worked through, we have 100% seen a decrease in the time that it takes to upload the queue time boards, which is really cool. And one other really exciting thing is that one of the recommendations that the team and I put forward through in our project, for the project I should say, is that has now been funded through the business. So you'll have to watch this space for more. I can't tell you just yet.
I would say satisfaction, quality, and experience. And I say that because my project was focused on how we can improve the product launch. So we wanted to get customers satisfied and improve the customer experience. And
provide top-notch professional courses that transform careers and empower individuals to succeed. But don't just take our word for it. Hear what our students have to say.
Hello everyone, future CPHQ professionals. I just want to give you a bit of an idea of our last three-day course on the CPHQ exam preparation. It was awesome. We covered the majority of the topics in a very targeted and focused way that allows us to later on focus our studying and our energy and our time.
Yeah, the course that we did was
their day-to-day work to get some new perspectives, so it was really refreshing.
I'm the Business Development Manager in IMC International Medical Center. It was a great honor and a pleasure to have attending this course. It's really interesting, a lot of value adding, a lot of new concept and technique we have learned during the last 5 days. It was really, really impressive.
Hello, we want to introduce our group. We are the pioneers and we believe we can fly. We just completed the Green Belt Six Sigma training. We enjoyed the course a lot. It provided us with very productive and useful knowledge about statistics and about the Six Sigma and the MIC and the SIPOC and everything.
My name is Adil Rahman. I am from SATOP. I would like to thank SATOP overall to give an opportunity to all of us to have a very great interactive 5-day session, full-fledged session with one of the best mentor and guides in the field of Six Sigma. And this would really help us as a team.
Have helped us in the Six Sigma journey since last 1 year. We've had multiple projects cutting across various units within operations. And it has been a learning journey, very smooth and enlightening for all of us, especially me.
As an on-stream analyzer head, I attended this 5-day Six Sigma course, and really it was not only useful to understand what Six Sigma is, but also as a general methodology for process improvement. Many tools I learned through this course, and I'm really sure that I will be able to use these tools in my day-to-day work.
So, okay, then on this note, I would like to say thanks a lot to everyone for attending the course, and I will leave you with if you are still willing to attend, I'll take leave, but maybe 1 or 2 videos from different industries. So one from healthcare, and one from manufacturing, and one from maybe banking if people are from banks. Or I think facilities management. There is one from facilities management. Someone is asking, so if you can just play that video. Software quality assurance also is there. IT is also there. Security industry, IT industry. Yep. Okay.
Let me talk about how Lean Six Sigma can help in facilities management. What is the facilities management? It comprises of a range of disciplines and services to ensure the functionality, comfort, safety, and efficiency of a built environment like real estate, infrastructure, buildings, and even grounds. Now, Lean Six Sigma can help you by identifying improvement areas in almost all the aspects of facilities management, like real estate and property management. You can help improve operations and maintenance, even materials management, and also you can improve your communications management as well. Now, how is it done? This is done by the employees of the organizations. They are trained as green belts and black belts, and then they are given improvement projects. When these projects are being executed, you identify the major wastes, you mitigate the potential delays, you identify the defects and reworks, and reduce the reworks, control and improve the quality of work, And this is done in almost all areas, even emergency management and business continuity, environmental stewardship and sustainability, you can improve that as well, and also drastically improve your project management, because a lot of delays in the project implementation can be reduced using Lean and Six Sigma projects. So in various ways, Lean and Six Sigma can help you in facilities management.
Happy learning. Thanks for
The world we have created is the product of our own thinking, and we cannot improve the world without improving our thinking. The long-term chronic problems of manufacturing companies like low productivity, lower machine efficiency, high rework, high inventories, high product wastage can't be solved using only experience, logic and intuition. You might be a good operations person, a good engineer or an excellent operator, but you need to have basic knowledge and understanding of some problem solving and process improvement tools too. Here is how Lean Six Sigma can improve your processes in manufacturing. Lean Six Sigma is defined as a business improvement method that aims to maximize the shareholders' value by improving the quality, speed, customer satisfaction, and reduce the costs. It merges tools and principles from both Lean and Six Sigma to do this. It has become the most popular business strategies for deploying continuous improvement in the manufacturing industries. With its help, you can make sure that only essential steps remain in a process. The moment I say Lean Six Sigma techniques, high quality, low cost, increased profits, and customer satisfaction should automatically come to your mind. It is very rightly said that machines are mere pieces of metal if they cannot be made efficient. Lean Six Sigma helps you to do this. What is the core of Lean Six Sigma? It's DMAC. Yes. Define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. It helps you to reduce the existing problems with unknown causes. Here we train the staff of the manufacturing units as the green belts and black belts, and they convert all the problems into improvement projects. So now the difficulties become opportunities. Then they complete these projects and get certified. It's a win-win for both the organization and the employees. Now, how does Lean Six Sigma decrease the cost? Shijo Shingo said that the most hazardous waste is the waste that we do not recognize. Firstly, Lean Six Sigma focuses on removing the 7 wastes like overproduction, transportation, inventory, etc. from a process. In manufacturing sector, this step can lower the cost of a process by leaps and bounds. Secondly, Lean Six Sigma focuses on solving the problems caused by a process. Here we focus on the processes, not on people, because we believe that 85% of the problems are due to the processes and not due to the people. Defects in your product can cost your organization a fortune, so the focus is on reducing the defects by focusing on the processes. Let me talk about some Lean Six Sigma tools that can be used in manufacturing. Value stream mapping, Kanban, 5S, cause and effect analysis, control charts, DMAC, 5 Whys, Kaizen, hypothesis tests, etc., etc., etc. Let us talk about a few. 5S. A well-organized workplace becomes important if you want to eliminate waste and reduce the errors. 5S is the way to do that. Control charts. By understanding the control charts, you can understand the difference between the common causes and special causes. For special causes, you take immediate action, and for common causes, you take long-term actions. Kanban. It is a visualizing tool on maximizing the flow of goods and work without unnecessary inventory or transportation. Then we have 5 Whys. Ask why 5 times, and you will get to the root cause of the problem. Hypothesis tests. They establish the relationship between the outputs and inputs, and you can get the root cause with 95% confidence. Value stream mapping. It is used for defining and assessing the movement of the raw materials from the beginning of the process to delivery to the customer. It is a way in which the current state of a process is documented and the future state is visualized. If you want in-depth knowledge about all the tools and techniques, you can always join my Lean Six Sigma Green Belt and Black Belt training programs. So that was about Lean Six Sigma in manufacturing. I hope you have got a clear picture about why Lean Six Sigma is so important in the manufacturing industry. Share this video with your friends and don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you don't want to miss out on our important updates on the tools and techniques of Lean and Six Sigma and even project management. Happy learning!
Master Black Belt Amitabh Saxena, and let me talk about importance of Lean and Six Sigma in healthcare. Lean Six Sigma concepts are used in industries all over the world to improve a process, eliminate waste, and reduce defects. In the healthcare industry, defects not only affect revenue and customer satisfaction, but they signify the difference between life and death. Lean Six Sigma is critically important in healthcare because it helps in reducing defects that can result in medical errors. There are so many challenges in the healthcare industry, like an aging population, shortage of workers, increasing litigation, and many more that require long-term improvement. Because healthcare industry deals with saving lives, errors cannot be accepted at any cost. So, how does Lean Six Sigma really help? With the help of Lean Six Sigma, you can shorten the waiting times in hospitals. The lesser the people wait, the efficient the hospitals will become. Reduce medication errors and even try to completely eliminate them. Improve turnaround time for lab results. Provide better care at lower costs. Ensure that the medical staff makes fewer errors, reduce mortality rates, improve patient care, improve quality, and improve overall patient experience. How can you do that? By training the staff as green belts and black belts and allowing them to do improvement projects. Lean Six Sigma training and certification in healthcare provides the tools needed to address the challenges at various levels. It is a time for the healthcare industry to utilize Lean Six Sigma methods to its fullest and drastically change the healthcare industry for the better. Don't you want to be a part of the industry where patients are happier, physicians want to work for you, the cost is as low as possible, and at the same time efficiency is high? If your answer is yes, then Lean Six Sigma is your choice. We have implemented Lean Six Sigma in more than 25 hospitals worldwide, including ministries of health of 4 countries, and we can help you too.
Lean and Six Sigma be used in IT. I have implemented Lean and Six Sigma in many IT organizations, and each of them have given different benefits. But 3 benefits have been common to all organizations, and they are improvement in customer satisfaction, reduction of costs, and reduction of cycle times and project delivery times. When applied to IT operations, Lean Six Sigma aims to measure and improve both internal processes such as network speed and reliability and external processes like server response time, etc. Other projects which I have executed in IT industries are reduction of defect density and reduction of issues, on-time project delivery, reduction of rework, improvement of IT help desk services by reducing both time and errors. Lean Six Sigma also helps you to quantify the benefits of IT projects which are implemented within the organization. The Lean Six Sigma tools also help you to improve IT support services. How do we do that? By training the staff of IT companies to use Lean Six Sigma tools and techniques and apply DMAC methodology, that is define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. They convert the improvement opportunities in the company to Lean Six Sigma projects and complete them to achieve their certifications as green belts and black belts. So they identify the opportunities, they convert them into the projects, and these employees, after applying Lean Six Sigma tools and techniques, improve the process and get certified. So it's a win-win situation. Lean Six Sigma helps to integrate the process excellence in an IT organization's culture to achieve CMM level 5 too. Now you may ask, strategically, what is the impact on IT organizations after implementing Lean and Six Sigma? My answer would be, Lean Six Sigma improves the efficiency of your business and processes, improves the quality of the services you provide, increases the return on investment, improves workforce productivity, and reduces the project completion times. Overall, it helps the organization to deliver faster and more accurate results. To give you examples, some of the tools which have yielded excellent results are use of FMEA. It has resulted in identifying the mistakes and also preventing those mistakes from occurring. Use of control charts have helped many organizations to find the special causes and appropriately take action on it. And then identifying the difference between the common causes and special causes, these organizations have been able to take long-term improvement projects. Kano model has been used to classify the customer requirements into must-haves, good-to-have, and nice-to-have, and that has also helped the voice of customer conversion to CTQ, the critical to quality characteristics, the important characteristic, what the customer is looking for. 5 whys, it has helped many organizations to get to the root causes of many issues. So what are you waiting for? Get your Lean Six Sigma certification from Anexas right now. As they say, better late than never.